available to the public. We are about to uncover the truth behind these classified documents. Find out what the government doesn't want you to know. Unseal Alien Files. Exposing the biggest secret on planet Earth. Valley Forge, Pennsylvania. It is winter 1777, the height of the Revolutionary War. General George Washington leads a wounded battalion, leaving a trail of blood in the snow.
During the horrendous winter at Valley Forge of the American Revolution, George Washington, who was getting demoralized at the state of his troops, went into the forest to pray. And in that forest, Washington saw what could only be described as an otherworldly phenomenon.
In 1880, the National Tribune reported an account by one of Washington's men. In it, the soldier reports Washington was approached by a strange being in the woods. According to the story, the being showed Washington a map of America. On it fell drops of water. With each drop of water, a city emerged, a vision of the United States as it would appear in the centuries ahead.
The second vision Washington had at Valley Forge was even stranger. Washington said that what he saw in the forest was a floating green orb, out of which jumped little creatures, small people. Washington said they were probably members of a local Indian tribe. But why would they be jumping out of a floating green orb?
Did extraterrestrial creatures visit America's first president? This portrait of Washington features what seems to be a glowing craft hovering above a globe of the Earth. Could alien inspiration have affected not only this founding father, but others as well? Baton Rouge, Louisiana. According to a published account, on April 5th, 1800, President Thomas Jefferson and his aide witnessed something unexplainable fly above their heads and crash into the Earth.
So Jefferson's aide said that when they saw this UFO, it was about 70 to 80 feet long and about 200 yards off the surface of Earth.
The object is described to be the size of a house and crimson red.
After it passed over them for about 15 to 20 seconds, they saw it kind of disappear behind a hill, and they heard like a large crash and felt a rumble on the ground, which means whatever this object was definitely crashed here on Earth.
Upon investigation, Jefferson learns that the surface of Earth was found broken up and badly scorched. Could this sighting, as many alien theorists believe, be the first UFO crash encountered by a president, but not the last?
Washington's description of his two UFO sightings at Valley Forge and Jefferson's description of William Dunbar's sighting of a UFO and a UFO crash over Louisiana in 1800, reported in 1801, really set the stage for a number of future encounters reported by presidents of the United States about UFO encounters.
In the centuries to follow, America flourishes, and thousands of fellow Americans report unexplained craft in the sky. Los Angeles, 1895. The Foo Fighters of World War II. Roswell, 1947. As UFO and alien encounters spread around the United States, Americans grow afraid.
In 1952, there was a huge increase in UFO sightings across the nation. You would call this a UFO wave. From coast to coast, UFOs were pretty much seen everywhere.
It was known as the Year of the UFO. While many dismiss these stories as Cold War paranoia, one key event challenged skeptics, asking why aliens don't just show up on the White House lawn. Because in July of 1952, they almost do. This is Unsealed Alien Files, exposed.